Give me 1 second here. Hold on. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Hold on. Let me, where is it? There we go, transition. There we go. Hold on. I had to run and grab some water real quick. I hadn't checked everything. Let me see here. So we're now streaming on YouTube and Twitch, which is awesome. I've been trying to figure this out for a little bit. I've used a plugin before I went over to Linux, which it doesn't just automatically work for Linux. Like, they don't just have a plugin you drop in. So I had to actually build it out. Oh, that's why. So now everything should be good. I mean, I'm seeing things on Twitch and YouTube. Give me 1 sec. I'm still pulling up my chat here. There we go. All right, so should be all good. Actually, maybe I should pause these streams because I just have this running on a laptop. All right, there we go. Awesome. So, very exciting stuff. So, let me minimize that. So I have still been working. I've done some work over the weekend. I have not tested the additions I've made to the VR character yet. It should be working. I found what my issue was. I was going through it. I did also add in, I don't think I had this at the last one. I did also add in some of the replication stuff, so that needs to be tested as well. Actually, did I disable that? I think I disabled that for a second because I was having issues. Okay, I didn't. So it should be all good. I might have this bool set to false right now. We'll see if we can test that. But anyways, so I found out what my, or at least I think I found out what my issue was, and it was such a stupid issue too that I did. I had this set after these F vectors and everything, which these F vectors are used for everything for tracking the hands. And so I've moved this up. Hopefully that was the only issue I was running into. So we'll have to test this. It's all compiling fine, so we just got to test this and see how this is going. Why is my laptop already falling asleep? I thought I disabled that. There we go. Okay, it should be fine. All right, so let's real quick. Let me get Ramin opened up here. I need to remote into this machine here. For some reason, my Subversion server stopped working, and I don't really know why. And I don't know if it's just on this computer, but it's not letting me connect for some reason. So, quick and dirty solution here. I've only been making changes to the plugin, so I'm just going to copy the plugin, replace the one that I have on Windows PC. Let's see here, SSD, projects, SVN, plugins, this one. So we'll just copy this. Yeah, I do need Steam to boot up and all that. Okay, let's... Will this work? I've never actually tried copying a whole folder over VNC, so hopefully this works. Can I right-click and paste? Maybe even I need to drag it over. If this doesn't work, I also have a NAS I can send it over through. Does that work? I know I'm able to like copy and paste like text and stuff. I've just never tried a folder. It's not something I've tried before. I don't think it's going to work. Okay, plan B then. Window. We will just copy this over here. This is like the messiest solution ever. But hey, if it works, it works. Cool. There's that. There we go. All right. There we go. New window. Plugins. And we want this one. There we go. Cool. That should be all good. Oh, wait, I still need that open. Not that one. Other one. This one. There we go. All right. It actually occurs to me. I don't remember the last time I charged this headset. Okay, it's not dead. That's good. It might be close to dead, though. We'll see here. We shall see. Let me make sure, too. OBS is still going strong. Looks like it is. Looks like everything's working. Hopefully there's no issues and things like that. All right. So we'll go ahead and get this booted up and we will give this test. I've also been working on some other stuff, which I'll go ahead and pull up while this PC is getting things running. Minimize this. I have this on the SSD. There we go. Oh, this is taking an awfully long time to boot up. There, I better go grab a charging cable just in case. There it goes. Hello, Polymer. How are you doing today? Let's see this. Where's continue? All right, here we go. Virtual desktop. I'm being very careful not to hit the mic. I am doing fantastic, by the way, Palmer. Thank you for asking. There we go. Desktop. And why does that feel so laggy? Okay. Oh, hold on. I need my headset started up. Come here. There we go. There we go. All right, let's go and see here. Oh, I did not mean knock that over. All right, Project Neo. All right, that should open up just fine. Cool. Yes. Hopefully I don't need to boot this up in Visual Studios. I might have to. We'll find out right now. Yeah, I am. This was a quick and dirty solution that I came. So it's an older PC that I have. It's like the first one that I had that was like at all capable of VR stuff. So this is just what I'm doing for the Windows testing because Linux apparently doesn't like to work with Unreal Engine and VR so well. So this is just kind of the solution I've got going for now. And then I also have like multi-user stuff set up as well. So if I can make changes here and then still test everything in Windows just fine. I'll go and leave that. Hopefully it doesn't disconnect. I mean, it's worked pretty well so far. So, I mean, I got no complaints there. It's just a little bit slower to test is all. I think that's kind of my only complaint with this. So with this method so far. Cool. Let's go ahead. I'm also really proud of this. Hold on. Look at this. I got. Oh wait, hold on. I have this set up in a way where it won't work. Let's work on the procedural stuff. I've been working on this, so I'm pretty proud of this. We got a proper gun. It's an oversized gun, but it's a proper gun with the firing stuff set up. I'm very proud of this. I need to set up so that way you can't just keep on repeatedly firing, maybe. Other than that, and I need to scale this down. Yeah, I'm proud of this so far. This is the start for my procedural weapon generation stuff. So I'm happy with how this is turning out so far. There's a little bit of an issue here. I need to figure out like the correct socket location to get all these lined up. You can see that it doesn't line up quite correctly because I didn't have the correct location for the socket. Is recoil procedural? No, not yet. So recoil is actually something that I wanted to work on here. I have not yet tried doing any recoil or anything. So, let me see this. Let's do, how do I want to do this? So here's the thing, right? So our weapon is based off of several different parts. So thinking about this, the body is what's always going to be firing. So I think the body is what I want to initiate the recoil. So yes. Yeah. So yes, I have a solution for this then. Okay. Let's do this. I got an idea. I think if I recall, where did I put it? Meshes. Let me actually delete this one. This was the non-procedural version. Let's delete that. There we go. Let's see here. Now I want this. So I did not set it up. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up a socket. It's going to do two things for us. We're going to use it. Let's add in a socket. We're going to use it for fire point. We'll use it to determine where we want the ammo to start off at. And then we'll also use it to determine where the recoil is going to go. So I think it's got to be rotated like that. Perfect. And then I have a way to test this real quick. I don't yet have my own projectile in yet, but I do have a way to do this. I'll copy this real quick. Hello, Alden. How are you doing? All right, let's see here. Weapons, ranged, and I need the body. Cool. All right. So, just as a temporary load test, I put together a little particle effect for kind of like a smoke. I need to add a little bit more coloring to it, and I think I need to make it so that way all the particles have different sizes and slightly different colors when they start off. But this should work for now. So let's do get socket transform. Go and recombine this real quick. I'll take that. Oh, wait. Oh, these are meant to be separate. Okay, then we'll split this. Location, rotation. I'm not going to bother with the scale. We'll leave that there. Auto destroy, auto activate, pooling, RTS world. And I need, it's called fire point. I'm going to have to make sure that all of my sockets have like the same names for the body and all that. So I'm trying to make it something I can easily remember. Are they going to be raycast or physics projectiles? You know, I'm not entirely sure yet. So I think I'm going to try both and see how they both go. I like the idea. I know line traces will overall be generally easier. However, I would like to see about maybe doing like actual physical projectiles, only because I would like to see if I could at the very least get like a bit of a light source or something that kind of follows along. So I think I'm going to try both and see how they go, just because I like the idea of having the physical. I also like the idea of having a physical too, because it might also allow for me to do different types of projectiles. Like maybe I can have ones that bounce off of walls a couple of times, or I can have projectiles that that maybe it'll hit a target and then automatically bounce off to another or something like that. And I just think that might be a little bit easier than trying to calculate all that in raycast. So I don't know. I'll probably end up doing physical projectiles, but I'm still not entirely decided on that. So we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, let's test this. Let me make sure this fires off in the correct. Oh, and my laptop fell asleep. I swear it wasn't doing this the other day. Let me hold on. Give me 1 second here. Desktop disk. What would that be? Power management, maybe? Never. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Never put the display sleep. Perfect. Okay, that should fix that issue. Okay. Let's see. This doesn't seem to be firing, is it? Is there any... I don't see any particle effect at all. Maybe... Do I need to do this relative? Hold on. Let me check this. At the specified world location / rotation... Fire point... this is RTS actor. I need that to be RTS world. That's why. Okay, I don't think that's firing at the correct angle. Let me speed up my camera a bit. I think it's firing off to the side here. Let me check this. Is it? I can't tell which way it's going. I think it's going off in the right direction. Okay. I think it's going off in the right direction. We'll try this. So let me... I'm just going to borrow this. Okay. So we have our low... I'm also still a little undecided about this projectile. I like the idea, but I think I either need to add a little bit more to it or just kind of take it all off. Let's do weapon ranged. This is the grip. Let's do an impulse at... I think it's impulse at location, if I recall. Yes. Yeah. So we'll pass in this location. That's going to be the location. It's going to be on this this component. And then the impulse... Let's see. Let's do this. Get forward vector. We want this to be multiplied. Just as a quick and dirty solution here. Let's just do... float double precision. Let's do -10. So this should go in the opposite direction, and it should be multiplied by 10. Hopefully. Let's see. I've also been working on making the grip stuff physical as well, so this should all work with the hands too, and give me some feedback as well. How did I learn VR game development? A lot of practice. I first actually started out... Okay, that's not working. I first started out working at Cal State San Bernardino as a VR programmer. I spent a little bit of time working there, and that's when I first got into VR specifically. And I don't know, from there, it's just kind of been a lot of experimenting on my own. I definitely did learn a lot working at Cal State San Bernardino. You know, we all learned quite a bit because we were all really new to developing VR stuff. but yeah, I did some work working at Cal State San Bernardino. I was a student assistant. Before that, I've done a lot of work at just learning game development, and I've even developed a few games before this one as well. So yeah, it's to be honest, it's really just been a lot of trial and error trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. And I've, especially over the past couple of years, I think I've definitely started learning to look a lot more at other games that I've played and try and figure out how they specifically work and how they do things and how other developers do things, in order to kind of understand best practices and what is commonly done as well. So, I mean, to make a long answer short, a lot of trial and error, basically. Are you working on a game yourself, Danny? Opposed to a single rigid body at a specific location. Let me try increasing this real quick. Maybe it's too light of an impulse. Let me see. No. Okay, let's try something a little different. What if I just add an impulse? Let's do velocity change, impulse, there and there. Simulate. Why is this not applying an impulse? Add an impulse to a single rigid body, good for one-time instant burst. Hold on. Let me see. Is there another way I can do this? Radial impulse, physics. Hold on. Physics. Is physics collision enabled? Skeletal mesh. Field. I need to figure out. It's probably some weird thing with the physics asset, if I'm honest. I want to see if I can just find a way without having to do this. Oh, here we go. We can do add force. This might work. Cell change there. At home right now, then gonna go into game development. It's definitely not short. Oh, it's definitely not a short process. Yeah. Oh yeah. Game development as a whole, I think, is very difficult to learn. Like starting to get into it. It's definitely very different once you get into VR. Because something I've noticed is you can't always adapt things like one-to-one from a standard game to VR. Why is this not letting me add force to this? Animation, system at location, add impulse. That's really cool, though. Are you going to college for a computer science degree, or are you just learning it on your own time? Let's see, add force. This should have worked. Let me check this real quick. Maybe there's got to be something wrong with the physics asset or something. I have to have broken something. Check this. This one. And I need physics asset. Preview. No. Let's see this. Mass, linear dampening, angular dampening, enable gravity, double-sided geometry, physics type. I think default should work fine. Start awake, center of mass scale, sleep family. I'm not seeing anything that would cause issues. We have this set to project default. We have simulation generates hit events. Let me double check real quick. Let me make sure I'm grabbing the right thing. Where am I? Here. Let's see, so we're getting our owner, weapon ranged grip. So the grip, yeah, the grip is this lower part here. Just learning it on my own time, but I'm going to college in a year or two, probably for cybersecurity, and I'll just do game development. That's really cool. That's really cool. Well, I wish you the best of luck with game development and with cybersecurity. Get component by class. Is it possible it's because it's not the root component? What if I just... Oh, no, I can't do get... what if I do... Hold on. Get root component. What if I just pass in the root component? Nope, won't take the root component. It's got to be... This is so weird. Do I have to pass in a bone? I don't think I should have to, right? Hold on, let's do something different. Hold on. Print string. Let's check and first make sure this is simulating physics. Simulating physics. I don't need to increase the impulse much more, do I? Let me check this. Let's do 100,000. Oh. That's what the issue was. Where did that go? Oh, that is awesome. I don't know where that went. At least I found what the problem was. I didn't have it turned up enough. All right, let's... Nice. Okay, let's delete that, delete these three. Okay. Just got vaporized. Let's turn that down quite a bit. 10,000. Let's start at 1,000. See where that goes. I might still need to increase it beyond that, but let's see. Yeah, there's like no feedback there. Let's try 10,000. Okay, we're getting a little bit. It's not quite enough, but we're getting a little bit. I think we're getting close here. I'm also thinking too... Ooh. It's 50, 1, 2, 3. I'm also wondering as well if maybe I need... or if this might become a little bit more... Like if I don't need it turned up as much once I start getting... like once I start attaching it to the hand. Because I wonder if part of the issue too is gravity is kind of fighting it. Is this going the wrong way? Let me do something here. Hold on. Draw. Oop, debug line. Location. Hold on. I think that should work. Minus 50,000. Let's see. Let's do bright red. Let's do thickness of 10 perhaps and a duration of 10. Details. Okay, that's why. This is going the complete wrong direction. Okay. Hold on, let me check something real quick. I wonder if it's firing up and I need to rotate the socket. Because it didn't look quite right to me, but I couldn't tell what direction it was firing. That is going up. That is in fact going up. Yes, so this is rotated the wrong way. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Stop there. Plan on making a VR tutorial on how to set up EOS for an online game. Yeah, I think the mass of the gun is too high, by the way, Polymer. So I am looking into EOS. Here's the problem I've had with EOS so far, okay? Just to make you aware. First off, up until recently, I've never been able to get a listen server to work with VR between Quest 2 and PC. Okay, that was the first issue that I've had up until recently. I have gotten it to work now. And I don't know if it's because of an Unreal update or if it's something that I've done or anything like that. That being said, even though I've gotten past that part, I still have not yet managed to get EOS working on the Quest 2. So there's kind of two hurdles to come across with there. I have thought about doing dedicated server tutorials because those I know work and are fairly easy to do. However, I've still been struggling a little bit with the replication and trying to find the best and easiest way to do it that works reliably in the most that works reliably in most circumstances. So at the moment, I'm going to see if I can't do an EOS tutorial. I'm going to be seeing if I can't do one for this project anyways, because this is going to have co-op multiplayer anyways. I can't really guarantee if I'm going to do an EOS tutorial though, because I don't know if it works on the Quest 2. And I'm also still running into crashing issues with listen servers on Quest 2. And I don't know if that's just because I'm doing the listen server or if it's... I've been testing it with this demo world on the Quest 2, and I know I've already been having some performance issues on the Quest 2, so I don't know if it's just a listen server issue or if it's an issue with this world specifically on the Quest 2. And I want to make sure that I'm covering as many headsets as I possibly can when I do tutorials. So to answer your question, I can't really say for sure if I'm going to do an EOS tutorial. I would like to, but that's going to depend on if I can even get it working reliably and somewhat easily as well. Speaking of which, is this... Yeah, okay. I kind of figured that was going to happen. Let's do this. Because we still got to test the player stuff. And I definitely think that you're right. The mass of the gun might be too high. Let's see what it's at. I don't know what the what's kilogram to what would I want this to be in kilogram? Let's say kilogram to pound. Okay, so 1 kilogram is about 2 pounds. I might need to play around with this a bit more. Because I do definitely want to have mass as well. Mass is definitely going to become important once I start adding in the melee stuff too. Because I want to have like warhammers, right? And warhammers, you know, obviously most of the weight is going to be up where the head of the hammer is. So I'm going to have to play around with this a little bit more. The only problem too is this is only the lower half of the gun here. Like if I... That's the wrong piece. Hold on. If I grab this, right? This is... Hold on. Remove all attached assets. There we go. So this is just like the lower grip portion of this gun because of the way that I'm trying to do procedural stuff. That didn't update here. That was weird. Dedicated servers are incredibly easy. This project actually was going to use a dedicated server, but I didn't like there's too many things that I didn't like about trying to use a dedicated server. I felt it wasn't as user-friendly. And I definitely want this to be user-friendly. Dedicated server, all you need is a source build of Unreal. And you just... I think this one's set up for it. Yeah, you just go Project Neo server, and that's it. You have a dedicated server. It's not that difficult. I might still do one on dedicated servers. They're just... I try to do things that I think will be as useful to as many people as possible. And that's why I'm very choosy on the tutorials that I do. That, and I want to make sure it's something that I can do fairly, easily, and reliably. Especially because a lot of these tutorials take a lot of... once you start getting to multiplayer, I've started recording some of these. I currently have about 8 hours of recordings on multiplayer stuff. And I haven't even finished the multiplayer stuff that I've been doing. It takes a long time to record multiplayer stuff. Go and remove this. Why is I thought I turned off sleep. What is going on here? Screensaver maybe? I don't know why my laptop keeps going to sleep. I'll just have to move the mouse periodically. It's not locking the screen, so that's nice. Okay, so we got our fire event. That's cool. All of this should work fine. I might actually integrate this portion here into... Oh, you know what? This is kind of a temporary solution. It'll be fine. Cool. Awesome. So, we got our weapons. We got the base down for our weapons. I'm actually going to turn this up just a little bit. Let's do 75 here. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Is it? It's turning too. Oh, you know what? It's a capsule component. That's probably why. Yeah, I gotta fix up some of these collisions as well. These weapons are gonna be a pain in the butt. All right, awesome. So, let's do this. I'm going to move real quick. I want to move that fire event into here. We'll use it as a function, I think. No, because I'll leave it as an event because I want to be able to call it an editor when I'm testing things. Let me check how this is doing, by the way. Because I still got to test all this stuff. Actually, no. I'm going to leave this alone. I have a grab component that I'm working on. I'll add it into the grab component because I don't want both hands to be able to trigger events. I only want the primary hand on ranged weapons. I might end up having it on melee weapons so you can do both hands because that might make a little bit more sense. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. So we got our basic stuff there. So let's see here. We got our feedback. Let's work on the projectile real quick. Let's put together a projectile. Let's see here. I might actually have to put one together real quick. I don't... Why is my camera so fast? Oh, you know, it's a small object. That's probably why. Okay, let's... We're going to do some quick modeling here. Hold on. Blender. I'm just going to make like a quick and simple bullet. Add. Mesh. Let's do cylinder. Go and rename this to bullet. I'm just going to keep this nice, quick, and simple. Actually, let's do it this way. Modifier. I want this to mirror. Clipping. Perfect. I must have clicked on the wrong thing. I think that'll work. Something quick, simple, not too much to worry about. I'm going to save this too. Export, FBX, desktop. Perfect. Yeah, we'll go and save that. Quick, simple. Not too much to worry about there. Pistol, base, imports. Actually, we'll go and do this in a new folder. I know it's only one thing, but oh well. Bullet, base. I'm also going to rename this real quick. Hold on. And I want this one open. Perfect. All right. I should be able to just use the same projectile as well. Should be nice. Okay. Let's do 05 maybe. I think that's good. See what this looks like in the level real quick. That's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. Oh, that was weird. Pins, projectile. Let's do just a little bit smaller. I've noticed I tend to make things about 100 times the size it should be. So, there we go. Projectile. Let's see. I still need the projectile movement. This. Oh, you know what? Might actually be a oh, you know what? No. This isn't a problem. Hold on. Scene component. There we go. Attach. Sphere collision. Let's go and call this one root. Save. Static mesh. Perfect. And then let's do on component. Let me make sure I have hit stuff set up. Yep, on component hit. We'll go and do overlap as well. Let's do block all dynamic. 3D widgets. Hold on. I want to make sure this hits weapons as well. I don't know how realistic this is going to be, but I want to be able to hit. I want the bullets to be able to either ricochet or just hit the melee weapons. I don't know how often that's going to be used, but I still think it'll be really cool just to be able to see that happen. Okay, on component hit. Cool. All right, and then let me think here. So when this gets spawned in, right? Hold on. We're going to be using tags for this. So hold on, gameplay tag. Is it add gameplay tag? I thought it was apply. Maybe it is add gameplay tag. Let me see this. Sorry to bother you, but have someone worked with Windows mixed reality and tried working / using joystick triggers. I can't seem to get them working. When I added an engine input, thanks and so better to learn Unreal V. So let me address these one at a time. I've never used Windows mixed reality headsets. I've heard that their inputs are weird and sometimes don't work. I don't own any mixed reality headsets, and I personally have not used them very much. And I've never used them for game development. So I unfortunately can't really answer that. I don't really know what would be causing that issue. You could try double checking the plugins. Maybe it's not enabled by default. Simple framework that user mixed reality capture into their VR projects. Maybe there's a Windows plugin or something. I don't really know though. Like I said, I've never used mixed reality headset for development. Yeah, I mean, worst comes to worst, I think you can use mixed reality headsets with Steam VR. You might be able, it would be like a temporary solution, but you might be able to set the inputs in Steam VR. Steam VR has an input panel, like a little settings page. You could try something like that. I don't know if every player would have to set that up. That would kind of be the only downside to that though. As for Unreal versus Unity, so this is something I've talked about a few times. Here are my thoughts, Unreal versus Unity, okay? So personally, in case you can't tell by my channel, I like Unreal, okay? That's my go-to, and the reason I like Unreal is because first off, that's the first engine that I've used VR stuff with, that I've done any VR development with. And that was mostly just because that was part of my job requirement at the time. I have used a little bit of Unity, like I've tried it a little bit. And from my experience, Unreal, in my opinion, seems to be just a little bit better for VR development, only because it's really easy to come in, put together blueprints. I can have a very simple, quick and dirty VR player in like 2 minutes. All it is I come in, I drop in 2 motion controller components, 1 for each character, and I drop in a camera, and I now have a VR player. That's it, right? You know, and there's a lot of different things I can do that with. That being said, and that's not something I think you can do as easily with Unity. And in addition to that, you have blueprints, which tend to sometimes be easier for people who have less experience with coding and things like that. That being said, you're absolutely right. Unity has a lot more tutorials. Their community tends to be a lot more friendly. Well, I don't know that I'd say friendly, but they tend to be a lot more outgoing with tutorials and things like that. And so you kind of end up with, if you run into a problem in Unity, you can probably find a solution in about 5 minutes just by looking around on Google or YouTube or the forums, wherever else you might look. Unreal Engine, by comparison, that's kind of where Unreal falls short. If you run into a solution, or if you run into an issue, especially when it comes to VR stuff, you're a lot less likely to find a direct solution, and you're much more likely to find a bunch of small bits and pieces that will eventually lead you to the solution if you're able to put the pieces together correctly. So I mean, if you're willing to put the time into learning Unreal Engine, I think it's definitely worth it. But you're probably going to spend like several months just ripping your hair out trying to figure it out. And I'm just being honest, you know, I'm not trying to discourage anybody from using Unreal. If you like Unreal or you're trying to go for something that's way more realistic, because that's something I think Unreal definitely has over Unity, then you know, go for it. Just know that you might struggle a little bit more, especially at the beginning, than if you were to go into Unity, because you can, like I said, you can find tutorials for anything on Unity. If you just spend like 5 minutes looking, if you run into a problem, chances are someone's already found the solution, and it's just waiting out there for you to find it. And it'll probably be something you could find it in just a few minutes. So that's kind of my thought. All in all, I think it's up to you. They both have both Unreal and Unity have their pros and cons. It's just a matter of how much experience you have and what you prefer personally. So that's just kind of my thought. I'd completely forgotten where I was going to. Source for VR and Unreal for real. I hope the community continues growing for Unreal. Honestly, I hope so too. Yeah, there's a lot of other people who do tutorials for Unreal. They're just more generally focused, not specifically to VR. So I love doing VR stuff personally, so I enjoy it. All right, that's right. I was working on this. Tag. AR gameplay. Hold on, let me check. I think I actually have the character that I was working on this for originally. Is it here? No, it wasn't this one. Is this it? Where was I working on the tags at? Oh, speaking of which, let me do this real quick. Spawn actor. Is this it? Give ability. Is it ability? I could have sworn it was something like apply tag or something like that. Apply gameplay effect. Maybe it is add. Hold on. Add gameplay cue on actor. Add asset tag. Is it? Problem is gameplay tag doesn't seem to let me put this on like a character. That's the problem I'm running into here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I think. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I might have to wait to test this. I might have to figure out how to get this. I might have to figure out what's going on with my Subversion server so I can pull this down on here. I actually don't see any. Well, let me try something else. Hold on. Let's try a quick rebuild. Oh, it's doing that. I'd almost forgotten what I was doing. Unreal projects. Was it? I think it was this one. Play ability. I think this was it. Hold on. Private. Yes, this was it. I think that is the wrong thing. Character CPP. Uh, do, 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 do. I'm trying to remember how it is you're supposed to apply tags to a character. So Altiverse is going to be a sort of dungeon crawler roguelike style game. So the overall idea is that the Altiverse is meant to be sort of like a matrix, consisting of hundreds, thousands, infinite number of worlds. And so one of these worlds has become corrupted and has begun corrupting other surrounding worlds to it. And so the idea is that you are going to play. There are going to be 4 playable characters. You'll get to play as any one of them. They all come from different worlds, and all of them have come across this corruption through one circumstance or another. And so all their aligning goals is they're trying to figure out how to get to the center of the corruption, and how to stop it, to keep it from destroying every other world in existence in the Altiverse. So there's going to be a lot of different types of enemies that are going to be preventing you. Some of them are going to be like AI type enemies. Their purpose is to prevent you from getting to the center. You're also going to have other entities from other worlds. So some of the ones that I would like to have are like a Terminator type enemy that's basically just going to be like an absolute tank. And I also want to have some that are going to be like just your general like bandits, and there's going to be other people who are venturing into the Altiverse. I won't say too much about them. Some of them may be friendly, some of them may not be. And so yeah, I have high hopes for this one. I'm very excited to see this one when it is finally done. But it's still got quite a ways to go. I'm in the wrong one. Where am I? Here. Let me see here. Sample character. This is it. Here we go. Try activate abilities by tag. This is what I was looking for. Try activate. Did I disable that plugin? I did not. Why can I? Try act. Oh, I need an ability system component. Okay. That's why. Get component by class. Ability system component is valid. Oh yeah, I hope this turns out as amazing as I would like it to be. I hope it ends up becoming 10 times better than what I imagine it to be. But yeah, it's definitely not easy. It's definitely still got quite a ways to go. Make a wait. I did this wrong. Hold on. Try activate abilities by tag. This is what I want. This is something I've been playing around with, is the gameplay abilities. Makes multiplayer so amazing. I love the gameplay abilities. Let's see. Actually, maybe I should promote this to a variable. Yeah, I'm going to promote this to a variable because this will make it a little better for when I want to modify these later on. Expose on spawn, compile, save, edit. Perfect. Hearing the answer with a bit of delay. Thanks for the answer. No problem, Mart. Allow remote activation. Yes. Wait. Do I think I need to run this on the server, right? Yes, I do. This needs to be run on the server. Okay, let's do this then. Custom event. Activate abilities. Actually, let's do this. Ooh. I did not mean to do that. Server underscore try activate abilities. Let's bring this down. Okay, and this needs to run on server reliably. Perfect. Server activate abilities. Actually, let me change this real quick. I'm going to change that other actor. There we go. I actually don't know if it's best to do this on the server. Like this section here. This section might actually be best to do on the clients. You know what? We'll leave it. We'll leave it. I'm sure it'll be fine. For single player stuff, this should work for now. Okay. Now let's go and get this. Hold on. Let me save everything. Let's go to our ranged body. Move this down a bit. This stuff's all gonna have to be for later. I was trying to see if I could have every bit and piece have its own physics stuff, because that's going to apply later on for the melee stuff, but that's gonna have to wait. Let's move this forward a little bit. Spawn actor from class. Projectile. Why do I have two projectiles? Okay, let's get rid of this one real quick. Oh, the bandit character is using this one. Okay, let's do this then. Okay, hold on. Projectile. I imagine this one's going to be the second one that pops up. Can I see? VR template. Yes, it's this one. Perfect. Split struct pin. Let's see, we want location, rotation. I'll leave the scale alone. Default handling, always spawn. Yeah, always spawn, ignore collisions. Did I compile this? Did I not make this? I did expose on spawn. Wait a second. Blueprints. Hold on. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Hold on. There it is. Okay. Perfect. Gameplay tag container. Awesome. Let's just do range standard. That should just apply damage to whatever it hits. Let me just double check. Yeah, for now it just applies damage to whatever it hits. Perfect. So now, if I fire this off, what should happen... I actually can't tell if that's firing. Let me try. I can't tell if that's firing. Let's try something. Hold on. Event tick. I have an idea. Draw debug sphere. Get world. No, get actor location. Radius of 10. We'll leave that as white, which, by the way, let me get rid of this. We don't need that. Cool. I did almost forget too. I want this to destroy itself afterwards. Actually, I might need to change this so that way it runs on authority. Okay, I'm not seeing this spawn. Hold on. Projectile. Is this spawning at the wrong spot? Hold on. Let me see something here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this. Let's get rid of that. That. Projectile scale. Let's say default real quick. Let's increase this real quick. Let's say 5. Oh, you know what? I never had a thickness to that. Let's do that. So it should leave a trail behind it. Let's see. Okay, that is not firing correctly. Why is that not firing correctly? Spawn actor projectile, projectile, spawn transform scale, standard base damage 10. Is it hitting itself? That's the wrong thing. Get our reference to self. It doesn't even exist. Should have been printing out. Pending killer garbage. Yeah, it's got to be hitting itself. Hold on. Let's do this real quick. Hold on. Owning weapon. Spawn. Reference. Compile save. This needs to be exposed on spawn publicly. And if this other actor is not equal to the owning weapon. Did that just disconnect? That was weird. Branch. Compile, save. Ooh. Simulate details. Why is it? What is going on here? Oh. Oh, I see. Hold on. Let me change this real quick. I'm just going to do a standard actor. I'm not going to bother doing a whole cast for this. File, save, perfect. Save, simulate. Okay, hopefully. Why is this still not firing? What is going on here? Is valid. Well, I'm using print strings to try and see it, but it's not firing off. That's what's confusing me. Like, it's not showing up in the logs or anything. Component hit, static mesh. See, I have this set up so on tick, it'll draw a debug sphere at its location and it'll print itself. So that way I can see that it still exists. But neither of those is happening. So there's nothing printing up in the corner. Ooh, hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. Let me check something else too. Hold on. What if I pass this over? Oh, it is firing. Oh, you are completely correct. I think I thought it was just the particle effect. Okay, yeah, that's firing. Why is it not printing though? That is. Oh, you know what? This is gonna be so stupid. I did disable tick on this. Oh, that's why. That's why it wasn't working. I disabled tick on this. Hold on, let me see this real quick. If I. Oh, that's the other one that I spawned in. Okay. Let me make sure. Well, let me first delete this one. Then let me make sure that it'll actually hit something real quick. Okay, it is not. Okay, so hold on. Give me 1 second here. What is this real quick? This is world static. Collision enabled. Okay, it doesn't generate blocking hits, that's why. I might need to do both blocking and overlap hits in order for this to work correctly. No, that's still not hitting that. What is going on here? What are your collision settings set to? Custom, collision enabled, world dynamic, blocks everything. Simulate physics, enable gravity. Let's do this then. I'm gonna copy all this. We'll do component hit and component overlap because, at least for the time being, I don't know that really matters anyways. If we're doing a hit over and overlap. At least not for the time being. Let's see. This is the overlap stuff. This can all go. This is all old stuff. Okay. That I don't need. And this can go once I've confirmed that this works. Why is it so, what the heck is going on here? It's not blocking, it's not hitting. That is so weird. Is it just the floor? Let me move something else in its way. Hold on. Add. Simulate. I don't know if I need to change the collision settings for this or something. Do overlap all dynamic here. Okay, there we go. I think the overlap is working. It's the hit that's not working for some reason. I wonder if that's an issue with the static mesh specifically. That is the wait. Have I been working the wrong projectile this whole time? No, I have not been. Okay. I was about to be really mad right now. No wonder it's not working. I'm not influencing the original projectile I built. Let me see this. Project default, collision presets, block all, except for weapon, which is fine. Yeah, I don't know. That is so weird. So it looks like overlap stuff is working just fine. I might want to set up a lifetime for these. Let's do this. Hold on. I don't think I need that anymore. I at least know that that works. Let me class defaults. Let's disable tick. Do lifetime. Hold on. I believe there's a way to do life, right? Yeah, here we go. Initial lifespan. How long this actor lives before dying. 0 equals forever. Note that this initial value should not be modified. Yeah. Let's say... How long should a bullet last for? It's supposed to be a fairly small environment, right? It's supposed to be a dungeon. At least the first level is. Later levels, I want to be a little bigger. Maybe 30 seconds? I feel like even 30 seconds is a bit long. Let's say... Ooh. Let's say 15 seconds, and I also need to speed up the projectile as well. Because that's my only complaint with the projectile speed. It's a bit slow. Alright, let's see here. I think it uses this velocity for speed. Current velocity of updated component. Yep. Let's do this. Let's do... Should I find what the actual velocity of a bullet is? Okay, I can at least see it. It's fast, but I can see it at least. That'll work. I like that. I am wondering, though, if maybe I need to be destroying the actor in the abilities. I wonder if that's why I'm getting this weird error. Let me try something real quick. Hold on. If I just skip over this part and destroy it, do I still get that warning? No, something else is causing that. What is causing this warning? Is valid. Execute Ubergraph projectile. I'm not really sure what's causing this. Projectile. Standard macros. Hold on. Access none. Trying to read property. K2 node. Custom event actor. Is it something that I'm getting when I hit it? Check. Hold on. Let's do this real quick. Hold on. That should be fine. This feels like it's going to be a really stupid issue, but I'm going to try this anyways. Because this could very well be what it is. That isn't what the issue is. What is causing... What is trying to access it? I don't understand that part. What is trying to access the projectile? Is it something in the projectile itself? You know what? I'm gonna leave it. It's gonna be an annoying error to get, but I'm gonna leave it for now. We'll leave that. Let's grab real quick. Is a authority. So in case you guys are curious, I figured I'd go and share this too. Authority is used for servers. This is really weird the way it works. So you have authority. It's authority. There's 4 different options. There's none, which means that there's no networking at all, which should never be the case. Then you have authority, autonomous, autonomous proxy, and I don't remember what the last one is. It's autonomous proxy. Is it remote proxy? I don't think it's remote proxy. It's called something else. Anyways, authority is supposed to refer to server, or if you're not doing multiplayer, it's supposed to just refer to self, if I recall. I hope I'm recalling that correctly. And then autonomous proxy and the other one, I can't remember what the other one is. Actually, I know how to find out. Hold on. Local role equal simulate proxy. That's what it is. So I get these two confused up, but one of them is basically supposed to refer to an actor that exists on like the self, this computer, this machine. Basically, it was, from what I recall, it's supposed to be something that was spawned in. It's supposed to be something that was spawned in on this machine. And then the other one is supposed to be something that was spawned in on another machine. If I recall, autonomous proxy, I think, is supposed to refer to things spawned on another machine. And the simulated, I think, is supposed to be the one on this machine. I may be wrong. But we're going to try this because I wanted to see this. I also... if I can remember what I was doing. Oh yeah, I wanted to make sure that this gets spawned on the server. Event, spawn, projectile. I need to make sure that this works on both single player and multiplayer, so I don't have to redo this constantly, because that's going to be a huge pain. I don't know that I'll be able to fully test this, but I'm going to try. Let's see. Let's go and pass in the transform. I'll pass it through in here. Also pass in base damage, gameplay tag container. I don't think I need to pass through the owning weapon. Actually, I don't think I need to pass through the gameplay. I'll leave it for now, but what I'm thinking I'm going to do is the gameplay tag container. I think I'm going to store it in the weapon itself, and that should exist on the server and all clients. So that should be fine. Spawn actor. Okay, that's reliable. Server underscore spawn projectile. Server spawn projectile. Split. Okay, this one's just gonna be range standard. We'll do a base damage of 10. And that should be fine, I think. So it should still spawn it in. Hold on, I need to disable that. I forgot to re-enable the... I need to stop enabling this particle system. I can't see where the bullet is if it spawns in at all. Okay, yep. That works. Perfect. Then, let's do 2. We'll do listen server. Simulate. That actually, I actually don't know. Does simulate do multiplayer? It does not. Okay, great. So I can't even tell if that works. So at the very least, I know it still works on the local machine. So I'll need to get the player working so I can test this on multiplayer. Cool. Awesome. I'm gonna leave the projectile emitter off for now. There is one more thing that I want to add on. Speaking of which, how's this doing? I've not checked on this. Quick connect. Oh, that's right. This errored out. Get components by class. Hold on. Next grab used. You might want to check again, bud. I'm pretty sure I initiated next grab. It's initialized right here. Yeah, and this one's initialized right here. You might want to check that again, bud. Let's do this. I'm gonna be honest, this is part of the reason I don't play around with C++ as much anymore. It is so damn buggy. Let's remove that. That. I don't know what that is, but that can go too. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. I don't remember bumping my controllers. Did I bump my controllers? I just saw it falling over on the floor. Hold on. I just fell off to the floor. I mean, this one vibrated, so I know it's still working at least. This one might still be on. I don't know. I didn't feel it vibrate. That might not be a good thing. We got ghosts around. Ooh. Okay, let's see. You don't think I bumped it? Here, how about this? I'm gonna leave it on the floor. I broke my right index controller, or no, my left index controller. So if I lose this, all I have left is my Vive Focus, and I would like to not be down to just my Vive Focus right now. Especially because I'm trying to support Quest 2 and PC VR, so I would like my Quest 2 to continue working. Okay. Why can I not open this? Oh. How did I... What the... do this real quick. Rebuild. Why can I not control my own machine now? What it? Please. My keyboard and mouse are stuck to my. They're stuck to my. I can't move them. I can't do anything on my computer. What did I do? How did I do this? I didn't know this was an option. Oh, I just closed that. I did not mean to do that. I can't control my computer. How? Here's hoping you're able to support for Windows Mixed Reality. I hope so. I would like to get a Windows Mixed Reality headset, just so I can support it. I want to try and support as many headsets as possible. I just don't currently have a Windows Mixed Reality headset. I can't control my own computer. My keyboard and mouse are stuck to the VNC. I don't know how I did this. I didn't even know this was possible. I can't control. Hold on. I actually can't control my computer. This is so weird. I didn't know this was something I could do. Hold on. Doesn't connect to a remote machine. I can't be the first person that's had this issue. Reverb G2 is great, but Windows Mixed Reality has its issues because it's being run through multiple compatibility layers, especially if you use OpenXR. Really? I did not know that. Interesting. Now, like I said, I've not had a lot of experience with Windows Mixed Reality. So I don't have like a ton of experience with that. I've seen people use it. And I think I've only touched a Windows Mixed Reality headset once or twice, but beyond that, I haven't used it at all. Okay, do I need a... I'm gonna do this, hold on. What if I shut this down real quick? Or here, let's restart. I'd like to not shut it down all the way. Let me see. If I restart it, will it give me back control? I think I had heard that you have to use like some kind of plugin or something to use Windows Mixed Reality with SteamVR. I think that's really weird. Even Oculus supports it directly. Oh no. Oh, hold on. I have an idea. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. I think. Hold on. Let me check something real quick first. No terminal. What if I control delete? No. Okay. I have lost all control of my computer. I have an idea though. Hold on. Oh. Got it. Let me see. Can I control things now? I can control things again. Got it. That is so weird. I've never had that happen to me before. I wonder if I hit like a shortcut or something by mistake and triggered that or something. That is so weird. I've never had that happen. I SSH from my laptop into my desktop and then just killed it through HTOP, and that fixed it. But I've never had that happen before. That is so weird. Okay, I'm gonna leave the Windows stuff alone. I'll have to test that later on today. I don't feel like being locked out of my computer again right now. Cool. I don't even remember what I was going to do before this. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. Never mind. I remember. I need this. Bone. Let's add one. Add sockets. Okay. We're going to do this. Primary. Ooh. Grab. So here is my plan here. So in the grip component for the weapons, so grip, what I want to do is we'll get our owner. We will add a component. Actually, can I add, what do I call it? Grab? No, I can't. Okay, add component by class. Let me see. C++. What did I call this? Project Neo, public. Oh, that's the wrong one. I was looking at the wrong thing. VR characters, C++ classes. Here we go. It's called grab component. Perfect. Okay, and then what we'll do, here's my idea. We will get socket transform primary grab. That'll go into our relative transform. This needs to be an actor. Perfect. And then I think does socket exist? Yes, it is. We'll also have one for secondary grab because I also want to have some that will allow for two-handed. I don't know that I'm going to have all of the weapons be two-handed, but in case I don't, I am future-proofing myself now. So that way I don't break things, because I know I will if I don't do it now. Okay. Let's see. I have a tendency to break a lot of things, and I would like to not break them today. Secondary grab. Perfect. Okay, and let's also promote this to variable. That set up. So we'll call this one. Perfect. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So we now have 3 different parts for our weapons, which is awesome. So we have our grip, we have our base, we have our sights. Even though we only have one of each, so long as I model them correctly, it should work fine. I'm also going to eventually have attachments. I want to have like laser sights and maybe I'll do like melee weapons and things like that. I want to see if maybe I can have like some mixtures of melee weapons and ranged weapons. So So that should work fine. Most of those will go underneath the barrel, so that'll have to attach to the body most likely. Actually, no, that might need to attach to the grip. Either that or I'm gonna have to redesign the body a bit. And the grip. That'll be fine. I'll worry about that in a little bit. I'm not gonna worry about that in the moment. I'll have to figure that out. Cool. I'm going to delete this real quick. So, let's see. Got our pistol working. We're able to shoot. We should be able to grab... Let me actually make sure that spawned... Actually, can I see all the components that spawn in? I don't think I can. I cannot. That is unfortunate. Okay. That's fine. We got... Everything should be working. Nice. Everything we need for a ranged weapon. So, what time is it? Should we see if we can't do the melee ones real quick? These are the old versions. I'm removing these ones. Let's just force delete that real quick. Hopefully that doesn't cause any serious problems. Actually, let me check. It does. Okay, what is this? What is range standard? Oh, it's a gameplay ability. Oh, I knew this was going to come back to bite me in the butt. Weapon. That's why that was acting that way. Cool. Nice. Awesome. So I'll need to resize those meshes too. So real quick, let's do this. Weapon melee. Cool. Yeah, I'll leave this alone because I do want to handle that later. Cool. Let's do construction. All right, let's see here. New folder. Ranged parts. Oh, not ranged. I won't do everything, but I'll get at the very least started off. So let's do this. So let's see. For the melee weapon, I'm trying to think. Some of the designs that I have for some of the melee weapons may require skeletal meshes. So I might want to leave it as a skeletal mesh for now. I mean, it wouldn't be too big of a problem. For anything that doesn't need a skeletal mesh, I just add in an armature and it'll still work. Be a bit annoying, but it'll still work. So let's do that. Skeletal mesh component. Weapon melee. Call this grip. Save selected. Let's do. Trying to think, some of these melee weapons aren't going to be quite as consistent. I'm going to need a lot more parts for this. No, that's not true. I'm going to have to design more types of weapons for the melee ones. Because some... We'll work on the sword. Let's just do the sword. Skeletal mesh component. Weapon underscore melee underscore blade. Okay. Do another one. Skeletal mesh components. weapon underscore melee underscore accessory. And then we'll do one more. Blueprint class, skeletal, mesh, component. What is the, what is it called? The hilt, I think? Weapon underscore melee underscore hilt? I don't think that's the right name. Hold on. I'm trying to think of the piece that's kind of like in between the blade and the actual grip portion. Sword parts. There's a point in between. I know it. Cross guard. That's what it's called. I'll just shorten it to guard. Cool. Save all these. I will need to do a redesign to my sword because currently this and this are both one piece. So these two pieces are going to need to be separated in my current mesh. The blade should be fine. And I don't yet have any accessories. I have a few ideas for accessories. I just don't have them yet. Nice. Cool. Yeah. So let's go and do this then. Grip. Add weapon melee. Hold on. Grip. We'll do guard next, and then we'll do the blade. Weapon melee blade. I'm making a multiplayer with replication, and it all works. I have the issue where when I click a menu, I can no longer do anything from move or press any buttons. Let's see. You say when you click on a menu, is it just one particular menu? Are you talking about something like a pause menu or something like that? Like something where you're taking... Start menu. I'm having an issue where I click on it, I can no longer do anything from move or press any buttons. Let's see. So you say you click on the menu and you can't press any buttons. I'm assuming this is a VR project, right? It's a problem on the Quest 2, but works fine on my friend's Rift S. Taking control on the Quest 2. I would assume he does mean standalone on Quest 2. Sounds about right, right? Yeah, standalone. Trying to think what... I haven't seen anything like that. I'm trying to think what could cause it. In Unreal Engine standalone mode. Are you talking about like if you click here and then you like click your headset here? Is this what you mean when you say Unreal Engine standalone mode? Three dots. So you're still using PCVR. Standalone game. Oh, okay. I've never used standalone game. I've always used VR preview. I don't think that would cause an issue, but play this level in a window that runs its own process. I think this is basically launching the game, right? This is basically packaging it, launching it. I think that's what it does. It depends on what you're doing. Generally, you probably should be like packaging it or running standalone game or something like that, but you don't have to. It depends on what you're doing. But the standalone works pretty much the same. I use standalone too because VR preview crashes sometimes for me. I should actually probably try this with my Quest 2 because VR stuff has been a little finicky for me. I started this. I might as well let it go. So basically, it's running PC VR with the Quest 2. Let me minimize that. Oh, that can be closed. I wonder, is this going to crash when I do this? I'm curious. Oh, you know what? This is starting in the same level. I know this isn't going to work. Let's go and force quit that. The only thing is that's not something I've ever seen before. I've never seen it take control on a player before like that. Let me have a quick look here. Hold on. Oh yeah, this is an old version. Oculus, I plugged his Rift into my PC. I borrowed it. Just to make sure, you said you're using Oculus mode. How are you connecting your Quest 2 to the PC? Are you using virtual desktop or are you using Oculus Link cable? Official. Okay, so you're using Oculus Link. I'd almost be tempted to say it's not a problem with the project, only because you say it works properly with the Rift S, but not with the Quest 2. To me, that doesn't seem like it would be an engine issue. I don't know if that's just me or not, but that doesn't sound like an engine issue to me. That sounds like something else going on. I can't think of anything that would cause it to work fine on a Rift S, but not on a Quest 2. Also, leak VR player. How did you set up your menus? Walk me through that process. How did you set up your menus? Oh, the laptop fell asleep. Use the standard menu asset in the VR preview. Does the VR template have a menu asset in there? I think I'm behind a few messages there. Now I have to look real quick. Oh wait, I think I know which menu you're talking about. You're talking about the little pop-up hand menu. I hate that menu, I'm be honest. Cause that one does disable controls if you are using that. That is you do have a good point there if you're using the default menu there. Do 4 structs. Hold on. How did I name these? I want to try and keep the same naming convention between all these. Okay, so melee, yeah, okay. Struct. Okay. You also need one called melee grip struct. Blueprint, melee blade, struct, and guard struct. Just make sure. Weapon, ranged, accessory, data table. Okay. Miscellaneous. Weapon. Melee. Accessory. Data table. Do, 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 do. Weapon, blade, ooh, weapon, melee, blade, data table, miscellaneous, data table, grip, weapon, melee, grip, data table. And one last one. Data table. Ooh. Weapon, melee, guard, data table. Perfect. All right. Now we can do all this. See, so this is for the grip. Okay, we can break this. This one is for the guard. Break. This one is for the blade. Oh, that's the wrong one. Cool. I need to go through and remake all these. I think this is the only pain about trying to do this procedural weapon stuff. I'm using data tables in order to try and make it a bit easier, but I still have to go through and basically insert everything that I need. Tool mesh. Hold on. Let's have a quick look. Hold on. Let's open this in a browser real quick. Oh, thank you, Unreal, for taking over my computer. Let's see here. Ooh. Let's see. Login, player controller, login ID. Is it when you press any button in the widget, or is it when you press only certain buttons? I don't know. It doesn't look... I don't see anything that would cause problems. These look like regular widgets to me. Unless it's an EOS thing, which I don't know that it is. I've had weird issues with EOS and Quest 2, but that's on standalone, not through PCVR. And it's never been something that's taken away control of my stuff before, so I don't know, and I don't see anything. Yeah, do you get any errors and logs? Or any warnings? Or does the log say anything at all? Yeah, I would. I'm be honest. First off, I won't open it just because it is a little sketchy. But also, I'm not entirely set up to do Quest 2. I'm not set up to do Quest 2 stuff right now. So if you would like, I do one-on-one sessions if you would like to try and screen share it. I don't know if I have any availability for that anytime soon. But you're welcome to reach out. You know, I've links on Discord, or, you know, if you'd like to message me on Discord or anything like that, we can see if we can work something out. Looking at what you had sent me, it doesn't look like it's a problem with that part of the menu. If it is a problem in the project, I would suggest looking at the widget component that you're attaching this to, because that is likely where the issue would be. I don't think I've ever had issues like that with the UI unless you're intentionally taking away control from the player, like within the UI itself. That is the wrong thing. I did not mean to do that. Ooh, wait, this is the range one. I don't need the range ones. I need the melee. Actually, I misnamed this. Melee parts. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't help you out more over a live stream like this, Beanbag. Unfortunately, I just don't see any problems with the project, at least not on the screenshots you would send me. It looked like it was fine to me. I didn't see anything that would cause issues. It occurs to me I should probably disable tick on these two. I don't think it'll really cause a big performance issue, but I don't really need these to have tick enabled. Which remove the ability to walk around. I don't think he was saying he was having trouble looking around. I think he said he was just having trouble walking around. But he was also saying it was only after pressing on the menu. But by the way, Durin, if you're talking about like with the Unreal Engine 5 template project, they use a different input system. If you come down to OpenXR input, I think is what it's called. Yeah, OpenXR input. You need to make sure you have a PMI VR template, which actually you can see in the inputs. You basically put this in. It has all the different contexts you use. You need to have like all these contexts within a data asset template like this. Projectile. I need to add in a lot more of these. The procedural stuff is going to take me a while. Not because it's difficult, but just because it's going to take a while to get all this set. Oh, man. Actually, some of the procedural stuff that I'm going to be working on later is going to be a bit difficult, but most of it is just going to take me a while to put in. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end off the stream here for today. I'm going to have to see what's going on with my Windows machine. It should be rebooted now, so hopefully I can get it working. Hopefully it was just like a little weird error. I'll probably even see if I can't get my Subversion stuff working first, but that's probably going to take me a while. Because I don't know what's going on with that. But thank you guys for coming to the live stream. It was a pleasure having you, Durin. I hope to see you back here again. I should be live streaming later on the week as well if you want to come back. Bye, Danny. I hope you enjoyed as well. I hope to see you back too as well. Yeah, I hope to see you guys back, and I hope you guys all have a good day, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you guys are. I hope to see you guys back. Because I'll be doing this some more. I got lost. Oh, I think I broke this at some point. I'll worry about that in a second. All right. I hope you guys all have a good day. All right.